9, Papa Foxtrot, Palma Tower delivery, information, Charlie correct, expect runway, 24 right, drag 3 Alpha departure, squawk 3120.
Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot, Palma Tower ground, pushback approved, face northeast.
Runway 24 right, cleared for takeoff.
Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot, please verify name of my next fix.
Runway 09er left, descend to flight level 130.
Cleared ILS runway 09er left. Runway 09er left cleared to land.
Hi guys, Squirrel here and welcome on board this British Airways Airbus A320 flight from Palma de Mallorce up to London Heathrow. Now this video is very kindly sponsored by BeyondATC, and in this video I'm going to demonstrate many of the cool features of BeyondATC. If you've ever wanted to fly in Flight Simulator, but maybe you're just not sure about ATC calls, how to respond to ATC when you're given instructions, or maybe you just don't like talking to people, or maybe you've flown on VATSIM or IVAO and there's no controllers online, and you just wish you had that little bit extra, that ATC to talk to give you the instructions. Well, BeyondATC may be for you. In this video, I will demonstrate everything from taxiways, taxi instructions to clearances, departures. We'll see how it handles things. We'll throw it some curveballs, get some things wrong maybe, just like people would, like pilots would in real life. Ask for some shortcuts maybe en route. And we'll just test the technology and see how we get on with it. I'll also talk at the end about my experience with this, how the pricing works, and what you can expect from future updates of BeyondATC. We won't be focusing so much on the flying today, or how to fly the Airbus. I'll be more focused on the ATC side of it. So let's get started. So welcome on board the flight deck. First things first, I'm going to request boarding from GSX, so that will get everybody on board. Next thing, we'll have a quick look at the route. You can see we are taking off Lima Echo Papa Alpha, which is Palma de Mallorce, and we're going to be flying across some Spanish airspace, over through French airspace, and ultimately back into London controlled airspace, landing at Heathrow. Right, the next thing we need to do is have a look at the actual client, BeyondATC client. If I bring that up here, there you go, and it asks for your SimBrief pilot ID. We're going to click on fly. What it will do, it will then connect to the sim.
BeyondATC connected.
It will look at where you are. We're in LEPA, we're going to EGLL, so it knows where we're going from SimBrief, and it's going to load in all the taxiways and all that kind of thing, and just figure things out. There we go. Now it can take anything up to a minute, particularly if it's Heathrow, for it to work all that out, but you can see already down in the corner there, Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot. That's what I put into SimBrief as my flight number, and you can see I've got auto tune radio turned on. Now what that means is when we change frequencies, for example from ground to departure, it will automatically tune the aircraft frequency for me. You can turn that off, do it yourself manually, but I will demonstrate with it turned on because it's actually quite handy. Next thing we can do is we can click on this little headphone symbol, and this will bring up all the frequencies that we need. So we're going to start off by listening to ATIS 121.780, so we'll punch that in down here.
070. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Charlie. Palma de Mallorce airport information, Charlie. 1530 Zulu. Wind 220 at 12 few clouds at 2500. Temperature 23. Dew point 18. QNH 1004. Landing runway 24 left. Departing runway 24 right. Transition level 070. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Charlie.
Okay, so what you may have noticed about that is that it's Spanish and it's crackly, and part of that is to do with some of the options that you set, which you can see up here. So we've got radio degradation simulation turned on. That means you hear the radio crackles, and we're using a premium higher cost version of the controller model, which means we also get access to international accents and that kind of thing. We'll talk more about how that works later on. We'll also talk about why I've got me selected here later on. But for now, I just want to focus on the flight. So the next thing we need to do is get our clearance. So we're going to punch in our frequency of 123.880. like that. We'll swap that in. And we're at stand 42. We're going to get clearance.
Your crew has boarded.
We're going to get clearance to London Heathrow. Now, there's two ways of doing this. We can either talk to the ATC, which, you know, if you map a button to talk to it, you can do that. Or you can click on this to request IFR clearance, and it will do it for you. So if you're not sure, you can just click this button. But we'll give it a try by talking to it. Palma, good afternoon. Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot at stand 42 with information Charlie. Request IFR clearance to London Heathrow.
Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot, Palma Tower delivery, information, Charlie correct, expect runway, 24 right, drag 3 Alpha departure, squawk 3 120.
Okay, so it's neatly brought that information out for us and highlighted it, and we just need to read this back. Expect runway 24 right, drag 3 Alpha departure, squawk 3120, Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot.
Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot, read back, correct. Contact ground 121.905 when ready for push or start.
Okay, so we got it right. It's basically given us more information, and we just need to acknowledge this now. We'll click on the button instead this time, and you'll hear it do it in my voice.
Ground 121.905 when ready for pushback or engine start. Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot.
Okay, I leave you to judge whether you think that sounds authentic, but that is my squirrel voice inside BeyondATC, which is kind of cool. So you can choose it when you're using this thing and have my voice respond to ATC. What you'll notice is automatically chosen 121.905, which is the ground frequency clearance, because we've got that option on where it automatically tunes. But for now, what I'll do is I'll get the aircraft set up and we'll get ready for a push and start, and then you'll hear the next part of the flight. Right, it's better to get GSX ready before you actually call for push and start, so it's more or less ready now. We need to figure out which way we're actually going to face, but we'll just get pushback clearance first. Palma ground, Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot, request push and start, stand 42.
Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot, Palma Tower ground, pushback approved, face northeast.
Pushback approved, face northeast. Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot. Okay, so if we have a look, we can push back onto V1, that'll pretty much do us. Release the parking brake. And we'll begin engine start. So we'll turn on all the fuel pumps here. We'll put the beacon light on. We'll start the clock. And we'll go for engine 1 start. Okay, aircraft is ready for a taxi. We shall now flick back over to the plan here so we can see we're probably expecting to go something like V1, and then we might go Lima Golf or Golf Link, something like that. We're coming up here to runway 24 right. We'll just have to see where it decides to take us. But let's chat with them. Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot, request taxi.
Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot, runway 24, right taxi via Victor 1, Lima Golf, Foxtrot, Lima, November, Hotel 2.
Okay, it looks like it's not got some of this relabeling here, so I'm thinking Lima Golf, Foxtrot, that's probably Foxtrot there. Lima, which is Link, and then November, which is N for North, and then Hotel 2 is up here. Taxi via to runway 24 via Victor 1, Lima Golf, Foxtrot, Lima, November, Hotel 2, Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot.
Negative, clarify departure runway 24 right.
Okay, so I didn't speak clearly enough possibly, or was too quick for it. Taxi to runway 24 right, taxi via Victor 1, Lima Golf, Foxtrot, Lima, November, Hotel 2, Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot. There we go. So you just got to speak clearly sometimes. If you're too rapid with it, then it might not understand what you're saying. Worst case scenario is you just click that button that's acknowledge and it will just do it for you. But we get the idea. We're going Victor 1, Lima Golf. Then we're going down Foxtrot here, then Lima, then up the North Taxiway, all the way to Hotel 2, which is before Hotel 1, so we'll branch off. We'll pick it up, back up here. Get rid of that screen now, and we'll go for taxi. Taxi lights coming on. Make sure we've got the pack sign on, and we'll do a quick takeoff config check. Predictive wind shear is not on yet, so we'll turn that on. It's down here, and that's currently on standby. Now we're taxiing along here, and we are approaching Hotel 2. It'll be on our left branch off there. It's watching what we're doing, and in a second it'll hand us over to tower. But it'll do it automatically. It's not something that we have to tell it to do. It's quite cool. This is Hotel 2.
Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot, contact Palma Tower 122.1.
Palma Tower on 122.1, Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot. And there you go, it's changed frequency for us because we've got that option set. If we look down, it will have changed it to 122.1. There you go. Palma Tower, Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot, holding Hotel 2, ready for departure.
Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot, Palma Tower, wind 220 at 12, runway 24 right, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 24 right, Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot. And there you go, we've been given clearance. So, landing lights can come on. We can turn on TARA, put that into auto. We can start the chrono for the flight time. And takeoff config is clear. Let's go for departure. Now you'll see what happens here is when we take off, it'll basically request us to change over to Palma departure, something like that. It can happen quite quickly. What I'll do is I'll use the click button and let it respond automatically. You'll see how that works. Okay, let's build up the thrust. Man, flex, SRS. If we just get this rudder control right, we'll be good. And we'll try and hold that center line. Coming up on V1. There's V1. And rotate. Positive right. Gears coming up. Just going to stick it into autopilot quickly, just so I can demonstrate what's going on with BATC.
Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot, contact Palma departure 142.9er.
Palma departure 142.9, Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot. Reduce the climb, and I'm going to click on announce on frequency this time.
Palma, Speedbird, 9 Papa Foxtrot, good day, 1,100 feet.
Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot, Palma departure identified. Climb to flight level 170.
Climb to flight level 170, Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot. Okay, so I'm going to put that up to 170. Pull that into an open climb. We're going to go into standard pressure. The transition is normally at 7,000. Bring up the flaps, disarm the spoilers. We're all cleaned up. And that's pretty much it. That's departure done. We'll get handed over at some point. But for now, that's the BeyondATC. That's got us out of Palma Airport in pretty effective fashion. I think the call out of 1,100. Normally, if I was a pilot, I'd say that with the QNH, and also state the the altitude I've been cleared to, although with this particular departure there is no clearance altitude. I just put in 6,000 or 7,000, which is a transition altitude. So when I clicked on acknowledge, it just said 1,100, which is absolutely fine, but normally you'd say the QNH just to be sure. There you go, fantastic views of Mallorca, Palma de Mallorca itself. Been there a number of times in real life, and it's also a great airport to fly into and out of. Now passing through 10,000 feet. Landing lights can all come off, and we'll release the passengers. And we'll also turn off the APU, that should have been done already. Okay, let's try getting a direct. Well, we'll try and get a direct to Papos, which will skip out Drago, and see what it says. So there is an option down here, request heading next fix, request direct to fix, so we'll try that. Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot, request direct to Papos.
Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot, confirm direct to Papos.
Affirmative, Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot.
Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot, roger. Clear direct to Papos.
Okay, so it needs to acknowledge instructions, so we'll click on that.
Cleared direct to Papos, Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot.
Insert that into the flight plan, and we've got ourselves a little shortcut. So that's one example of how you can do that. You can request shortcuts en route, and it will...
Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot, contact Barcelona, control 119.45.
Okay, so it's handing us over to Barcelona now. Contact Barcelona 119.45, Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot. Barcelona control, Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot, climbing flight level 152 for 170.
Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot, Barcelona control, identified, climb to flight level 340.
Climb to flight level 340, Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot. So there you go. So that was basically handed us over, and then it gave us a clearance up to our cruise altitude, which is flight level 340. My experience of using that kind of direct stuff is it's absolutely fine if it can understand the pronunciation. So I said Papos, it came back Papos, but it understood it. Some of the other ones it might struggle with, but what you can do is phonetically pronounce them out. So I could have said request direct Papos, Papa Alpha Papa Oscar Sierra, and that works. So as long as you're clear and steady in your communication, it does a pretty good job of understanding what you want and will actually often give you the request, which is quite neat. Right, so while we're just climbing up to our cruise here, let's talk about some of the other features. So I've already said that you can auto-tune the radio, so that can be turned off. Auto-respond can also be turned on, so it will just automatically respond back to the calls, which is great if you just want to learn the mechanics of something. If you are new to this stuff and you're not sure what to say, let it do it and just learn how to handle this stuff. In the options, there are a number of things. You need to bind a key, obviously, to push to talk down here. You can obviously have a second key binding if you want, but I've just used one. There's a key binding just to bring it on top of other windows, which is quite handy. You can adjust the output volume up here. There's an input device, there's no output device yet, but I have requested that from them so that you can send it to a different channel, but you can do that in the Windows mixer anyway. The UI sounds you can turn off if you find those bleeps annoying, but it's also useful to hear when it's confirmed what you're saying and is moving to the next step, so that's up to you. And then it comes to these kind of premium voices. We'll talk about this in a second, but if you have a look at the premium voices, you've got various things that you can go for. For example, you can say UK female.
Auto-respond character UK female. Climb to flight level 150. Speedbird 259er.
Or you can have, say, an Australian male.
Auto-respond character Australian male. Climb to flight level 180, Qantas 554.
Now this is the voice that will respond on your behalf effectively if you don't want to do the talking. You may notice some people here, like myself. You've got Jeff Faviano down here.
Hello everyone, this is Jeff Faviano, and I'm a guest voice in BeyondATC.
So you you can have Jeff responding on your behalf, or as you've already seen myself, you got Civ Ryan.
Hello there, this is Civ Ryan, and I'm a guest voice in BeyondATC.
EasyJet Sim Pilot.
Hello friends, followers and channel members, this is EasyJet Sim Pilot, and I'm a guest voice in BeyondATC.
His works particularly well for some reason. It must be the tone of his voice.
Hello everybody, and a very warm welcome back to the programme.
AV Geek and so on. Quite a few choices. I'll leave it on Squirrel for now.
Hey guys, Squirrel here, and I'm a guest voice in BeyondATC.
Right, now the way this works is, let's quickly have a look at the shop side of it. So, actually I can't do it while I'm in flight, can I? No. So, the way it works is you buy BeyondATC and you get a bunch of characters, anything from like 150,000 or 250,000. You can also buy additional character packages on top. So you've got the initial cost of BeyondATC, and on top of that, you've got characters. Now, the reason for this is quite simple. It's using cloud-based technology to get AI-generated voices, and they are charged per character to do that. So effectively what they're doing is saying, you can use this with premium voices, but it will charge us, therefore we're charging you. In my experience, a flight will normally take about 5,000 characters-ish, give or take. In my experience, that is. So I reckon out of a $10 pack, you'll get at least 50 flights out of that. Now, if you're flying 5 times a week, that's 10 weeks. So you're like $3 a month, which is pretty cheap, and that's if you're consistently flying. The other thing you can do is you can turn off the premium voice. You don't have to have the premium voice turned on. You can go back to the basic cost voices.
This is a basic voice sample. Polish female. Lot 5458. Monitor tower on a 32.45.
Which are pretty good, to be honest. You know, the premium is only if you want to have that extra premium luxury on top. You can just use the basic voices when you want to, and these characters then won't come down. So don't think that you have to buy it and then it's an ongoing cost. It's only an ongoing cost if you want the premium voice pack on top. But in terms of the functionality, at the moment, it's doing pretty well. Now, we are en route up to Heathrow. It will hand us over to various controllers on the way. You will hear the dial exchange as we do that, as we go through Spanish, French airspace into UK airspace, and then it will basically route us in. Now, routing us into Heathrow, it understands Heathrow pretty well, and in my experience flies us in quite well. Some of the other airports, for example Edinburgh, it can struggle a little bit with. It is something that's evolving in terms of its technology, but it is still very good, and it will do its best to vector you in. But don't expect it to be perfect all the time. It's good, but it's not perfect. Right, while we're in cruise, let's demonstrate some of the other options that we have here. For example, verify next fix. Let's see what that does.
Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot, please verify name of my next fix.
Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot. I show you going direct Arbeck, then to Red Bull.
Acknowledge that.
Roger, direct to Arbeck, then to Raboul, Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot.
So it's just confirming your next 2 waypoints, basically. Let's try getting a flight level change. Let's say we've seen some weather here, or we're hoping for some better winds or something. Let's try climbing to flight level 360 and see what it says. So we've got request altitude change.
Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot, request altitude change.
Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot. Roger, say new altitude.
So let's speak that. Flight level 360.
Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot. Confirm new altitude flight level 360.
Affirmative, Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot. So you notice it gave us a bunch of options.
Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot. Roger. Climb to flight level 360.
I told you it was accommodating, didn't I?
Climb to flight level 360, Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot.
Cool. So what we'll do next, when it gives us a frequency change next, I'll get it wrong, and we'll see how it copes with that.
Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot. Contact Bordeaux radar 121.25.
There you go. So now it's handed us over to Bordeaux radar. I'm going to get this frequency wrong and see how it handles it. Bordeaux radar 121.35, Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot.
Negative, Bordeaux radar on 121.25.
There we go. Bordeaux radar 121.25, Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot. There we go. That's how it handles errors. It's just quite patient with you, just repeats it. Bordeaux radar, Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot, flight level 360.
Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot, Bordeaux radar, radar contact.
Now what I love is not just the fact that it hands you over automatically like that, but you speak to different voices with different dialects, and even it sounds like different kind of microphone setups, so it kind of feels a lot more authentic. But it's also just somebody to talk to while you're flying. And this is the thing, there's another feature about this. You can use it fly from A to B, like the full flight, but you can also kind of hand off or hand on halfway through. So for example, let's say you fly on VATSIM, and you took off out of Palma de Mallorce, and it had a full stack of ATC, and all was great. And en route at this point, oh, turbulence. En route at this point, you found yourself without any ATC. 1 second. It really didn't like that, did it? That upset it a little bit. We've got some bad turbulence then. Let me push it back into auto speed. Let's say, because you know what it's like, you fly in VATSIM, and then you look at your VATSpy or whatever you're looking at, and you notice all the controllers log off from the airports that you're flying to. It's really irritating. And then you find yourself landing completely on Unicom. Well, what you can do is you can import your flight straight into BeyondATC from SimBrief, and then start up BeyondATC, and it will say, oh, it looks like you're already en route. Are you climbing? Are you descending? Are you in cruise? You just say, oh, I'm in cruise, and it'll go, fine. And it will take over your flight. Log off VATSIM, and you can carry on BeyondATC and get full ATC all the way down. So it's not just useful for inexperienced pilots or new pilots looking to learn ATC phraseology. It's actually a nice little tool, even for people who fly regularly online, because it can fill in the gaps where you can't get control coverage. Alright, so you'll notice we are under 30 nautical miles from our top of descent. So what we need to do now is basically say that we're now ready for descent. There is an option that you can click that says call for descent, but we'll just say we're ready for descent. Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot, ready for descent.
Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot, Roxo 1 Hotel, runway 09 left, descend to flight level 130.
Roxo 1 Hotel, 09 left runway, and descend to flight level 130, Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot.
Negative, descend to flight level 130.
There we go. Descend to flight level 130, Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot. Okay, so it's best to get that in a little bit early, just because it now gives me time to punch the descent in. We're going in on the Roxo 1 Hotel arrival, and we're going in on 09 left by the look of it. I'm going to descend now to flight level 130 and get this data punched in for the descent. So we're with London Control now, and we're just over the top of the Isle of Wight. As you can see here, there's the Isle of Wight. And we're descending, and the next waypoint here is Hazel, and Hazel marks the end of the Roxo arrival. So what I'd expect to happen is flight of 130 at Hazel is the end of that procedure. What I'm expecting BeyondATC to do is, as soon as we pass Hazel, to give us some new instructions. My expectation is that we'll then be sent to the next waypoint, which I think is OCK. That is the transition that you normally get, and then you get vectored by ATC, but we'll see what BeyondATC does with that. So this is the procedure on Roxog 1 Hotel, and you can see we're coming down to Hazel here at flight level 130, and actually the end of the procedure is not Hazel, it's actually Ockham itself at flight level 70. So we should start to get some instructions around here shortly, but we'll see what it does.
Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot, descend to 7,000 feet, QNH 1001.
Descend to 7,000 feet, QNH 1001, Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot. There we go.
Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot. Contact Heathrow, approach 134.908.
Heathrow approach 134.98, Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot. Heathrow approach, Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot, descending through 11,800 feet for 7,000 feet on QNH 1001.
Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot. Verify information, Juliet.
Yeah, we definitely got that. Information Juliet, Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot.
Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot, Heathrow approach. QNH 1001, expect the ILS runway 09 left with the Ockham transition.
Expect 09 left, Ockham transition, QNH 1001, Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot. Okay, so a lot of information, a lot of stuff just happened, and obviously you'd normally have to change the frequencies, but it's doing that for us, which is a bit of a help. I punched in the QNH. We would have got that from ATIS if it had listened to it and got information Juliet. But, you know, it did the right thing. It said just verify you've got information Juliet, which we do. And we're trying to get down to 7,000 feet at Ockham. I'm just keeping my eye on the little green dot there to make sure that we're on profile and we don't need any speed brake. So the procedure effectively is a left turn at Ockham, and then you basically come out and then vector round to get the ILS into 09 left. That's what we're looking to do. It should, having told us what to do with the Ockham transition, it should allow us to follow this, but it may vector us. We'll just have to react to whatever it does, as you always do with ATC, and this is what makes it more interesting to fly with BeyondATC, or, you know, if you're online with VATSIM, because you never quite know what's going to happen next. It's not a case of do what you like, it's a case of, you know, do what you're told. There are other planes. Currently in BeyondATC there are no other planes, of course. It hasn't got traffic injection yet. That is next on the roadmap. We'll have a look at the roadmap towards the end. So at the moment it's just you in the air as far as BeyondATC is concerned. And obviously when you land at the airport there's no aircraft in sight, so just bear that in mind.
Speedbird 9, Papa Foxtrot. Cleared direct Ockham VOR. Cross Ockham VOR at or above 7,000 feet. Cleared ILS runway 09 left.
Cleared direct to Ockham, cross Ockham at or above 7,000 feet. Cleared ILS 09 left, Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot. Okay, so we've been cleared straight onto the ILS via the Ockham transition, as long as we pass over Ockham at 7,000. So as soon as we make that turn here, we will have to start descending to get onto the ILS. It has cleared us onto the ILS, so the approach intercept altitude is about 2,500 feet on that procedure. We could quickly have a look at that. EGLL approach, and then we've got ILS 09 left, and you can see this is the approach that we're making. 2,500 feet is the intercept at for IAA, which is the ILS TME. That's all been punched in. I have put that in already. As I say, I wasn't going to focus on the flying today. I'm focusing on BeyondATC, but I will just zoom that in, and we'll keep our eye on this approach now just to make sure we stay on profile. Okay, we're making our left turn. We are at Ockham at 7,000 feet as instructed, and we're going to get ourselves down to 2,500 feet initially. We're going to descend down to 4,000 and then slow ourselves down and get down to 2,500 for the final turn. It was lovely and sunny in Palma, not so in the UK. In fact, we're getting quite a bit of turbulence, as you can see. Okay, let's do the approach checklist. So auto brake, we'll arm the spoiler, tax lights are on. We're going to reduce our speed down to 210 shortly, and then we'll make a flaps 1 turn. That's the cabin crew letting us know that they're ready. Reduce our speed down to 210 and take flaps 1, and we'll arm the localizer. We should be able to see Heathrow off our right wing over there. It looks like it's hidden by the wing. Okay, it's picked up the localizer.
2,500.
And now we'll arm the approach, turn on the landing system. That is 09 left.
Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot. Contact Heathrow Tower 124.475.
Heathrow Tower 124.475, Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot. Okay, we're not established yet. Heathrow Tower, Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot, ILS 09 left.
Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot, Heathrow Tower, wind 140 at 11, runway 09 left, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, 09 left, Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot. Okay, we'll take managed speed now, throw the gears down, and we'll go flaps 3. It looks like it's a little bit sporty. I'm going to zoom this in so that when we land we'll be able to see all the taxiways. We'll go 4 flaps now. As you can see, a lot of turbulence and a 20 knot crosswind. Alright, let's cancel the autopilot. One more flyer in.
500. Minimum.
Continue.
100. 50. 30. 20. Retard.
That's spoilers deployed. Reversers. And decel. Not quite centre line, but it was a little bit sporty with that crosswind. Okay, let's see if we can't vacate the runway.
Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot, exit right at Alpha 8.
Exit right at Alpha 8, Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot. Okay, let's pull up over here.
Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot, contact ground 121.905.
Ground on 121.905, Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot. Right, we're at Alpha 8, aren't we? Heathrow ground, Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot, holding Alpha 8, request taxi.
Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot, welcome to Heathrow Airport. Say parking or advise if need assignment.
We'll go to Terminal 5. Go to 515. Stand 515, Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot.
Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot. Unfortunately, gate 515 Sierra Tango Alpha November Delta isn't available at this airport. Please choose another.
Okay, so it's saying 515 is not available. Is it because I said standard, not gate? Look, there's an option here for gate.
Request gate 515, Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot.
Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot, gate 515 taxi via Alpha 8 Alpha.
Okay, that's interesting. Let's just choose this on GSX. Gate 515, taxi via Alpha 8 Alpha, Speedbird 9 Papa Foxtrot. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on with that, but Alpha should bring us all the way down to here. We just keep following Alpha. 515's over here somewhere. So, let's see. Landing lights are off, taxi lights are still on. As I said, there's no traffic
all aircraft
here.
Be advised, information kilo now current, QNH 1002.
So that's pretty cool. 1002. So it's given us QNH updates when information has changed, which is pretty awesome. We'll turn off the flight directors now. So yeah, it's running pretty well. As you saw there, I said stand 515 and it said it wasn't available, but gate 515 is. It's not perfect, but if you just follow it through, it does give you some options down there, and then as long as you tell GSX, well, I want to go into 515, then it's going to be ready for you when you get there. So pretty awesome, I thought. Worked pretty well. Very enjoyable flight, and we had full ATC coverage all the way. Let's get this thing parked up, and then we'll talk about my final thoughts on BeyondATC. Alright, let's get the APU started. This is us, stand 515. Parking brake is set. APU is available. Engines off. Welcome to Heathrow Airport. And that is that. BeyondATC is available now. Just Google it, BeyondATC. And the products is available to buy. It's fully functional. You can optionally use those premium voices we looked at. The roadmap indicates that the next thing they're going to do is put traffic injection into it. So that means it will put other aircraft into the network as you're flying, so that you won't just be flying alone. There'll be other aircraft taxiing around and taking off and landing and that kind of thing. So that's pretty exciting stuff. It's not a perfect product, but it is a very good product, and it's certainly wonderful if you're able to, if you want to learn how to handle ATC. You know, for many, many years I've had people ask me, you know, how do you learn VATSIM? How do you learn what to say? How do you, you know, they're so frightened of it. It's not just talking to people, it's knowing what to say. With this kind of tool, it's a game changer. It means that not only can you learn what to say and what and when, but you can basically sit back and let it do all the talking while you learn, so that you understand how the flight works. Then you can perhaps take the same flight, but you do more of the talking. And if you're not sure, you can just click on BeyondATC and let it handle the response. So, and there's no pressure. There's no other people on the network. You're not holding anybody up. It's a fantastic learning tool. But, as I also said, if you're an experienced flyer, it also fills the gaps when your online network is perhaps not as available as you would want. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Take care, guys. Happy flying.